Larry Allen, Hall of Fame lineman with the Cowboys, dies at the age of 52. Players have been on this show before, and they talk about Larry Allen flu, where you would get sick before you played the Cowboys, and maybe you didn't play against Larry Allen. He was that great. But the other thing with him was he became famous by just being a great player. And you know, for an offensive lineman, for a guard to be famous, you know, Jason Kelce became famous because of the tush push with the Eagles. Anthony Munoz was wonderful. To me, best offensive lineman I ever saw. Bengals offensive lineman, tackle. But how many offensive linemen got famous? Conrad Dobler did. But he got famous because he was dirty. And then he kind of embraced that. But when you're with the Cowboys are winning. You're blocking for Emmett, and you're blocking for Troy, and you're winning Super Bowls. You're going to get notoriety. You're going to play in big games. And Larry Allen was as dominating at his position as anybody was at their position back when he played, but passing away at the age of 52. But when you think about getting fame as an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, because they're sacking people, they're hitting people. Larry Allen's job was to open up holes, make sure you didn't hit somebody, tackle somebody. And to be able to play at a very, very high level, he's on the short list of greatest offensive linemen in history. Now, you got attention when you were a pulling guard for the Green Bay Packers. Jerry Kramer became famous when he was with Vince Lombardi because Lombardi loved to have his guards pull and their running game with Paul Hornung and Jim Taylor. Go down through history, how many great offensive linemen, and I'm talking about became famous. There were guys who were really, really good at their job, but became famous there. Joe Jacoby became famous because his job was to block Lawrence Taylor when he played for the then Washington Redskins. He was blocking for John Riggins, and his quarterback was Joe Theismann. They were playing in big games. Reggie McKenzie was a guard blocker for O.J. Simpson with the Buffalo Bills, and when he rushed for 2,000 yards. So they got attention there, and I'm sure there's other offensive linemen. You know, Jim Otto was a center for the Raiders, 00, Hall of Famer, just passed away recently. But as far as total domination, where you watched and you realized we have no answer for that guy, he's on the short list. Yes, Marv.
What about Jonathan Ogden from the Ravens?
Yeah.
But Jason Kelce's probably the only person that I like to use the term wife famous, where my wife knows who Jason Kelce is. He might be on, pop culture-wise, he might be the only person on that level. But football famous, there's Larry Allen and Jonathan Ogden come to mind for sure.
Since 1980, NFL players to be named first-team All-Pro for 6 consecutive seasons. Aaron Donald, Larry Allen, Dermontti Dawson, Reggie White, Anthony Munoz, Mike Singletary, and Lawrence Taylor.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, tap, tap, stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that
what?
Stat of the day. Top.
Aaron Donald had a streak of 7 consecutive years. But Larry Allen didn't go to an SEC school. He didn't go to a Big Ten school. He didn't go to a Pac-12 school. He didn't go to a Big 12 school. He went to a school that I didn't even know was a school. Sonoma State? Does that sound right?
Sonoma State.
Sonoma State.
Only 2 football players ever from there have played in the NFL, and one of them might be the greatest offensive lineman ever.
Sonoma State.
Got to be California, right?
Sounds like a winery. Hey, let's go to Sonoma State. They have a great Pinot Grigio. But Larry Allen passing away at the age of 52. We had the big Swagoo. He joined us, and he played with Larry Allen with Dallas, and he was there when he was a rookie. And he came to practice one day, and Larry Allen told him to go out and buy him some expensive liquor. And Swagoo said that he didn't have any money, but he was not going to go out and not come back with that liquor for Larry Allen. So he found a way to go get whatever bottle that Larry Allen wanted because he was scared to death. And he said teammates were afraid of Larry Allen. Like, intimidation factor. He's on your team, and they were still afraid of Larry Allen, passing away at the age of 52. Yeah, Paul.
Our buddy Ross Tucker, who fills in for you sometimes, told a story that he filled in for 6 straight games for Larry Allen when he was injured. And he goes, I would walk out for starting lineups and they would see that Larry's out and I'm in. And the other defensive line were like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. They go up and hug Ross Tucker. Great to see you. Man, it's so great to see you.
Larry's not in uniform.
Yeah.